Joining us now is Dr. Helen Lai, Associate Marketing Manager at Novozymes. Helen holds a PhD from Duke University in molecular genetics and microbiology. She works closely with industry experts to leverage bio-based cleaning ingredients to optimize cleaning detergents used in medical instrument reprocessing. She is passionate about ingredient education and raising awareness of best practices in sterile processing. So Helen, it's a pleasure to have you on to kick off SPX 2020 and your focus hour for Novozymes.
Happy to be here, Justin.
So I learned a lot about your company just as we were preparing for this interview. I thought you could tell our audience who Novozymes is.
So Novozymes is the global leader in biological solutions. We are in fact the world's largest provider of both enzyme and microbial technologies. And what we do is that we not only bring innovations that will improve product performance in the industry, we also are working to preserve the planet's resources and help build better lives because our products are all biological. We work closely with our customers who are the manufacturers of a lot of cleaning detergents. We provide the biological ingredient as part of the formulation in order to provide the best clean for the end users in the industry.
So Helen, that's really interesting to me because I think what you're saying is that you're providing the ingredients. And there are companies out there that many of our listeners who are frontline technicians, supervisors, managers, directors, or they're nurses working in the OR that are very familiar with enzymatic detergents, but not necessarily the industry that makes those ingredients that go into those products. Is that correct?
That's exactly right, Justin. And that is why I'm very happy to be part of SPX 2020 to bring ingredient education to all our frontline workers. So this is really an amazing opportunity for the enzyme companies to come out and provide some education as well as raising awareness for this incredibly essential ingredient in the products they are using every single day to help them keep the patients safe.
I know when the frontline technicians are looking at detergents, it's not like every detergent is the same. And you're talking specifically around enzymatic detergents. Can you help us understand the distinction between the two?
So enzymes are biological catalysts that break down organic soils, such as proteins or fat residues that are often found on used medical instruments. What enzymes do for cleaning detergents is not only improve the cleaning performance, but also enzymes allow cleaning detergents to deliver the clean while being very gentle at protecting fragile and expensive instruments. So what's really cool about enzymes is that they are actually found in a wide array of detergents, not only for the medical reprocessing detergents, but actually in our everyday life. If you go home and read the labels in your laundry and dishwasher detergent, you can find that we are already using enzymes to help us break down organic soils everywhere.
Yeah, that's totally true. And I actually remember that I learned about enzymatics when I moved from a nursing role into supporting sterile processing from a sales perspective with a repair company. And that's when I began to notice things like enzymatics in regular day-to-day use products. But the other thing that I know enzymatics help, and this also comes from my repair background, is the fact that there are difficult to reach or access areas. And I think about lumens or cannulated instruments that you might not always be able to get into that nook and cranny with a brush. And I always knew that enzymatics provided that extra level of effort to help make sure that soil was removed from those areas.
Justin, you're exactly right, because enzymes are such small molecules that are being excreted by living organisms, many, many magnitudes smaller than even one single cell. So they can penetrate into very small cracks and lumens, like you said, in our delicate instruments where brushes are not able to physically scrub and remove all the gunk that can be hosting a lot of pathogens from one patient to the other. And that's where I'm most excited about this field, where we apply enzymes at places where it matters for life.
With the importance that's placed on this, I can see where education is so critical. Beyond Clean has placed a great deal of emphasis on education, but I can see why Novozymes does that as well. Can you talk about why education is so important from your perspective?
So at Novozymes, we are not happy with only being a supplier of raw ingredients to the manufacturers who make the detergents and bring it to the hospitals. A lot of times we actually partner up with our customers and work with a lot of industry experts to make sure we raise the awareness so different departments and different hospitals understand how enzymes can help them and how to handle enzymes in the most appropriate way. So we want to make sure that the industry has the most up-to-date knowledge about enzymes and have enough knowledge to leverage the biological innovations from our company to provide the best results.
Now it brings me to the content that you're sharing during this focus hour of SPX 2020. And it's very focused on educational resources, including 2 videos. Do you want to tell us about those?
So one video actually demonstrates how enzymes break down clinically relevant soils in real time. So you can watch with your eyes that the soil actually falls away from the surface without any mechanical action in there. Super cool. And the other video we are hoping to share is a general education in enzymes. It talks about how enzymes speed up processes to help our everyday life. It goes from food to our daily cleaning as well as in biofuel industry. And additionally, we also have a series of short videos that educates sterile processing professionals on how enzymes play a role in their field.
I'm really excited to see those videos as well, especially the one showing how enzymes break down those soils and they literally fall off the instrument. It is really talking exactly what I was saying about lumens and cannulated instruments and those nooks and crannies. So that's going to be great content. Can you also tell us what our listeners should be thinking about when they're selecting a detergent?
So the first and foremost important thing about selecting a detergent for sterile processing is, of course, to go with enzymatic detergents. And that's exactly what the CDC guidelines suggest. Other than selecting enzymatic detergent, I think it is also important for our listeners to always keep in mind that they should constantly be asking questions to see if the detergents they're using include sufficient amount of the best-in-class enzymes, as the enzyme providers constantly bring in new innovations to optimize the enzymes. Only by staying on top of the technology will we make sure we have the best outcome. Lastly, after going through the materials during SPX 2020, I will hope our listeners will be able to pass it down and make sure that they educate their peers about enzymes' role in improving sterile processing and patient outcome.
So we talked a lot about learning, and you talked about educating others as well. But there's going to be an ongoing education. They're going to need to stay up to date with new information as it comes out. How can they stay engaged with Novozymes and make sure that they continue to learn more and have the up-to-date information?
I invite everyone to visit our website at bit.ly/nzmedical. And we will constantly be updating this website with the newest information.
I'm looking forward to having either yourself or somebody else from Novozymes on an episode in the future, because this is just such a great conversation. The importance of enzymes, and then also understanding the role enzymatic detergents play in our day-to-day world. So thank you so much for coming on, Helen, and helping us kick off your focus hour on SPX 2020.
My pleasure, Justin. Thank you.
And just a reminder, you can follow Novozymes online by visiting their website, bit.ly/nzmedical.